Alright, so we've gotten a cube that we can interact with our hands and we can throw, and we have the velocity feeling correct. So in this video I want to talk about how to add some haptic feedback to that. So with virtual reality we try to be multi-sensory as much as possible, adding sound and visuals and haptic cues, so the player feels like they're physically interacting with the world. The Oculus Touch controllers do have a haptic vibration motor built in, and we just want to be able to use that to interact with the cubes a little bit and give people feedback to, again, feel like they're interacting with something solid. And the way that Unity and Oculus implement this is that the haptic vibration pattern is actually dictated by a sound file. And we're going to add this to the hands on the player controller, again using that same grabber script. So essentially we're going to make it so when we reach out and touch one of the objects, before we even grab it, just to be able to feel that it's there, just to make the hand buzz a little bit. So let's go ahead and open this script again. And again, if we're using a sound file, we need to add a variable to tell the controller what sound file it should be playing. So I'm going to uncomment this, and we're going to add a public variable that is an audio clip, and we'll name it our haptic audio clip. Let's go ahead and save that and jump back to Unity, and it should show up here. Alright, there we are. So right now we have no audio clips applied, so we need to move me out of the way and look at the audio file. So I've gone ahead and just thrown in a random smattering of WAV files that I found on my hard drive, and we can go ahead and look at these. Unity will show you the basic waveform of the audio clip when you put it into your assets folder. And you can see the WAV files look very different. So something like this, the low beep.wave, you can see it's a very high amplitude sustained sound clip. And if we use that as our haptic audio clip, let's see, where do we go here? What that's going to do is it's going to basically play that sound through the vibration motor. Instead of vibrating a speaker, it's going to vibrate the motor. So we're going to have a long, high amplitude sustained buzzing in the hand. Something like this, where there's a sustained wave file but it's a much lower amplitude, is going to feel like a lighter touch. Something like this, where you have a quick sharp peak at the beginning, is going to feel more like a tap. Something like this jump, where you have kind of a two footstep sounds as the feet hit the ground, you'll get more like a double tap on the hand. So you do want to pay attention to the type of wave file you have, the type of waveform, because it's essentially going to play on the skin. And for now we'll just use the low beep, kind of get the biggest effect we can have, and we'll again supply that to the left hand and the right hand so they both do that. And let's jump back to our script here real quick. We did create a variable for the haptics audio clip, but we haven't done anything with it yet, so it's not going to actually work. So we'll scroll down here, and we want to modify the onTriggerEnter method. So this happens anytime the rigid body on the hands collides with some other collider in the scene, any other physical object. And what we want to do is access that WAV file that we just saved. So we're going to create an OVR haptics clip called haptics clip, and we're going to pull it from the audio file that we just used. And then we need to, now that we have a haptic clip, we need to play it on the motor. And we do need to play it on the correct motor. So the grabber script has a drop down as part of it to tell it whether this is attached to the right hand and it should go to the right controller, or on the left hand it's the left controller. So we can access that variable, the M controller, and say if this thing is the left hand, we want to play it on the left controller, otherwise it must be the right hand, so let's play it on the right controller. Otherwise you reach out and touch something with the right hand and the left hand buzzes, and that's not going to feel very natural. So let's go ahead and hit play here, and we'll get my touch controllers. in my headset, and my screen goes blank for a minute. There we go. We're back. Alright, so now when I reach out and touch things, I can actually feel the correct controller buzzing at me a little bit and telling me that I picked something up. It also seems to trigger an enter event when I release the object. So it triggers a new enter event as I release it and throw it. So I get a kind of nice double bonus here where I can feel the object as I pick it up and I feel it again as I release it. So this is a quick and easy way to get just some very basic haptic feedback on the hands as we pick up and release objects to throw them.